Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 8 and we are going to analyze the story about King Lear. First, let me introduce the member. First is Faisal Nur Adrian. The last two number is 33. And second, me myself, Maulia Wilansari. My last two number is 34. Third is Kinanja Rizky. The last two number is 35. Last is Estiningsi. The last two number is 36. The first material will be explained by Faisal.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Faisal Adrian from Group 8. Now I want to tell you about King Lear. Historical context. As it is titled suggests, King Lear is a Bible kingship written during a period when the monarchy was of central importance, and the rule of the monarch was under constant scrutiny and subject to endless theorization. James Warren won on the turn when Lear was written and performed himself extensively theorized and political role of the monarch as absolute rule with living right. The preceding reign of Elizabeth was itself marked by continued effort to justify her rule both as a result of her gender and of her unseen familial claim to the throne, including through the theory of the king's two bodies, whereby her person was understood to be divided between her mortal body natural and the immortal body politic of the kings. In the 1590, Shakespeare often dwelt on the nature of monarchy, and the historic plays of the period can be read not just as historical narratives featuring kings, but also as meditation on monarchical rules. The two writers plays explore the limits and abuses of such rule and the possibilities for its overthrow. The Henry IV plays deal with the issue of succession, while Henry IV focuses on the role of king as national figurehead. In Lear, we see Shakespeare tackle the issue of patriarchal monarchy, where the king is figured as head of both his own family and of the state, a stable of Jacobean understandings of the relationship between monarch and country that saw in it an analogy to the relationship between a patriarch and his household. While there might have been a role of almost mystical status from ancient Britain, King Lear articulates pressing contemporary corners about the power of early modern kings. King Lear in historical context. Setting. The setting of Shakespeare's King Lear is a very broad and ancient mystical kingdom somewhere in the middle of England. Some scholars have placed the setting around ancient Cheshire. The time period is also unknown, but it seems to be something like the period in which the mystical King Arthur ruled his kingdom on the west coast of England. The action takes place in the middle of a very black winter. Shakespeare wants to make the winter as hostile to human beings as possible, which sharpens the suffering of Lear. Toward the end of the play, the action moves to Kent, to the English and French camp near Dover.
The next part is the characters. First is the main characters. King Lear is the main characters as the protagonist and the antagonist. Second, Cornelia. She is the first daughter of King Lear as the antagonist. Third is Regan. She is the second daughter of King Lear as the antagonist too. Fourth is Cordelia. She is the third daughter of King Lear. We know that Cordelia is very kind daughter. She really loves her father. The second is supporting characters. There are 6 supporting characters. A. Adipati Albany, Cornwell's husband, as the protagonist. B. Adipati Cornwell, Regan's husband, as the antagonist. C. Prince Ken, a loyal advisor King Lear, as the protagonist. D. Prince Gloucester, prominent liar, as the protagonist. E. Itcher, eldest son Gloucester, antagonist, as the antagonist. Edmund, the youngest son Gloucester, as the antagonist. The next material is main conflict. As we know that King Lear has 3 daughters. His third daughter, Cordelia, loves her father. When the division of throne, his 2 daughters acting as if she really loved her father, but they did not. King Lear waiting for Cordelia, but she could not say the words. Even the king's advisors who defended Cordelia were considered traitors. Finally, they was expelled. In the end, the people inside the palace were not loyal.
A conversation between Ken Gloucester and Gloucester's son Edmund introduced the primary plot. The king's planning to divide his kingdom among his 3 daughters. The audience also learned that Gloucester has 2 sons. The older Edgar is his legitimate heir, and the younger Edmund is illegitimate. However, Gloucester loved both sons equally. This information provides the subplot. King Lear entered to a fanfare of trumpet, followed by his 2 sons-in-law, Albany and Cornwall, and his 3 daughters, Goneril, Regan, and Cordelia. Lear announced that he has divided his kingdom into the 3 shares to be given to his daughter as determined by their declaration of love for him. Goneril, as the eldest, speaks first. She tells her father that her love for him is boundless. Regan, as the middle child, speaks next. Her love, she says, is even greater than Goneril's. Finally, it is Cordelia's turn to express the depth of her love for her royal father. But when queried by Lear, Cordelia replied that she loves him as a daughter should love a father, no more and no less. She reminded her father that she also will owe devotion to a husband when she marries, and therefore cannot honestly tender all her love toward her father. Lear sees Cordelia's reply as a rejection. In turn, he disowns Cordelia, saying that she will now be a stranger to my heart and me. King Lear then divide his kingdom between Goneril and Regan, giving each an equal share. Ken interferes by asking Lear to reconsider his rash action. Lear is not swayed, and in anger he banishes Ken for defending Cordelia and for confronting the king. At Ken's departure, the King of France and Duke of Burgundy enter, but of whom are suitor for Cordelia hand in marriage. They are told that Cordelia will not receive a dowry or inheritance from her father. The Duke withdraw his suit because a wife without a dowry is of no use to him. In contrast, the King of France claimed that Cordelia is a prize, even without her share of Lear kingdom, and announced his intent to marry Cordelia. Cordelia bade her sister farewell and lived with the King of France. When Goneril and Regan are left alone, the, the two sisters reveal their plan to discredit the king. Analysis. The play opened with a sense that introduced most primary character and established both the main plot and subplot. The first scan also is important because it provides the audience with an introduction to the character of Ken before he is banished and before he appears disguised as Cassius in Scan 4. In the opening conversation, Gloucester speaks of Edmund's illegitimate birth in what can be described aptly as Elizabethan locker room talk. Although Gloucester loved his illegitimate son Edmund and his legitimate son Edgar equally, Elizabethan society does not regard the two men as equals. Edmund realized that his chance of a prosperous future are limited because he was born in second to Gloucester from an unholy union. Edmund will not receive an equal inheritance under law of primogeniture, which named the eldest son heir to his father's possessions. Gloucester related to Ken that Edmund has been away seeking his future fortune, but now he has returned, perhaps believing that he can find his fortune at home. Initially, Lear appears to be a strong ruler, a monarch who has decided to divide his kingdom. Lear's choice will provide one clear benefit. Albany and Cornwall will be in charge of the outlying areas of his kingdom, which have not been easily governed. Lear's plan to place Cordelia with himself as her guest. In the center section, Lear recognizes that he is growing older and explains his decisions to divide his kingdom.
That every drama it has a resolution. Resolution is intrinsic elements in the drama. So here is the resolution of King Lear. The play concludes with a resolution to the various conflict, but in any way which suggests a simple moral resolution. The evil characters, that is Chanel, Regan, and Edmund, they was died, but so to do Lear and Cordelia. The play ends with Edgar as the one to chosen to restore peace of the kingdom. Thank you. That's all about our presentation. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.